Welcome to Sentence Analysis, Lesson 2, Subject and Object of a Sentence. Remember, in Lesson 1, the naming part of a sentence tells us the subject, that's the who or what the sentence is talking about. The predicate or telling part tells what the subject is doing or being. Now to start our lesson for today. The subject of the sentence tells who or what is performing the action. So our first example, number 1, Jenny smiled. Jenny is the subject of the sentence because Jenny is the person who smiled. In other words, the person that performed the action. So in our simple sentence, Jenny is our subject, verb smiled, which is the action that was performed by Jenny, the subject. Example 2, they are eating. They is the subject of the sentence because the ladies are the persons who are eating. In other words, they are performing the action. So they, the subject, the verb, the action, are eating. Let's go straight into the objects of a sentence. The object tells who or what the action is performed on. Same as who or what is receiving the action. Our example, Jenny smiled at the dog. So in our objects, the dog is the object of the sentence because it was the thing or the animal that was smiled at. So in other words, that's receiving the action. So the action performed on. So object here is the dog, object of the sentence. Example number 2. They are eating the vegetables. The vegetables are the objects of the sentence because they are the things being eaten. In other words, the action is being performed on. So they are receiving the action. So vegetables are our objects of the sentence. Practice activity. Now we're going to say whether the part underlined in each sentence is the subject or object of the sentence. So our sentence is, Mommy eats cereal every morning. The wolf bit the horse. Mrs. Jones washed the clothes. The mouse ran into the hole. So in our first sentence, we have Mommy being underlined. So Mommy here would represent or would be our subject. The wolf bit the horse. Horse is being underlined here. So horse receiving the action would be our object. The clothes in our third sentence would also be an object receiving the action washed. And the mouse would be our subject, the one that is performing the action, the mouse ran. So here we have our answers. Mommy, subject, the horse, object, the clothes being also object, and the mouse, subject. So remember, we use the word subject to talk about the pronoun, noun or noun phrase that does the action in a sentence. In other words, the subject of the sentence. And we use the word object to talk about the pronoun, noun or noun phrase that receives the action in a sentence. In other words, the object of the sentence.